Indian-American economic partnership is thriving. In 2022-23, the US will surpass all other countries as India's largest trading partner. The bilateral trade between India and the US climbed by 7.65% to $128.5 billion in 2022-23 from $119.5 billion in 2021-22, according to preliminary figures from the Commerce Ministry. In 2020-21, the trade between India and the US was worth $80.5 billion. The data revealed that imports from the US increased by almost 16% to $50.2 billion, while exports to the US increased by a measly 2.8% to $78.3 billion in 2022-23 from $76.18 billion in 2021-22. In comparison, India's two-way trade with China decreased from $115.4 billion to $113.8 billion, a decrease of nearly 1.5%. India's exports to China during the same period dipped by a whopping 28% to just $15.3 billion, while the imports rose by 4.1% to $98.5 billion in the last fiscal. The trend of growing bilateral commerce with the US is expected to continue in the years to come as New Delhi and Washington work to further cement their economic ties. Commenting on the trade figures, Federation of India Export Organization's president A. Saktival said, according to FIEO Vice President Khalid Khan, India is emerging as a trusted trading partner and global firms are reducing their dependence only on China for their supplies and are diversifying business into other countries like India. The bilateral trade between India and the US will continue to grow as our exporters are getting good orders from the US. Among other things, India exports petroleum products, polished diamonds, pharmaceutical products, and jewelry to the US. While the major imports from the US include petroleum, rough diamonds, LNG, gold. The crucial difference in India's trade with the US and China is that India has a trade surplus with the US, whereas there is a huge trade deficit with China. In fact, America is one of the few countries with which India has a trade surplus. In 2022-23, India had a trade surplus of $28 billion with the US. The data showed that China was India's top trading partner from 2013-14 till 2017-18, and also in 2020-21. Before China, the UAE was India's largest trading partner on account of India's large crude oil import bill. In 2022-23, the UAE with $76.16 billion was the third largest trading partner of India. It was followed by Saudi Arabia at $52.7 billion and Singapore at $35.5 billion.